Okay, so a little bit of news came out, and I think this is a good time, better than any, to actually talk about it. So 2 years ago, I want to say, before the Snyder Cut of the Justice League had come out, there were reports that essentially WB was moving on past Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill wasn't going to come back as Superman for any future WB projects. This is around the exact same time that we had gotten news that uh, Ben Affleck was also not coming back as Batman. This was also hilariously around the same time that there was continued fallout for the Joss Whedon Ray Fisher situation, where Ray Fisher was just, I'm done with movies. I'm just going to go back to doing things on a stage because this whole corporate thing is bullshit and I don't feel like dealing with it. Now, for Henry Cavill's character, Henry had already come out multiple times and said that if WB wanted him to come back as Superman, he'd happily come back as Superman. But what he had essentially wanted was slightly better creative control over his character. Which is, he did not like the direction that Zack Snyder had taken his character in both the Man of Steel movie, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League. And Henry wanted Superman to be more bright and upbeat, more traditional to the comic books than the darker, more emotional, moody character that Snyder had essentially put forward in his own films. And Henry essentially wanted this. Like, he wanted more creative control over Superman, so he wasn't exactly written into a corner where this character that he personally loved, he wasn't vibing with anymore. And WB was like, nah. WB essentially turned him down and had said no. So there wasn't a deal between WB and Henry Cavill for him to come back to be Superman anymore, much to his chagrin, because in my opinion, I think that Henry Cavill is a fantastic actor. He has the physique for Superman. I loved him as Superman. I did not like the way in which he was directed and his character was portrayed as Superman. I feel as though if he was given the same type of attention or love that, let's say, Brandon Routh's character was given in Superman Returns, he'd have been able to shine even brighter. But he wasn't given that chance. WB said no to the more creative control that he was looking for, so they never mocked up a contract for him to come back as Superman. Flash forward, quite literally, to the Flash movie. Now, what ends up happening here is the Flash movie is going to be taking aspects of Flashpoint and using those aspects of Flashpoint to essentially reboot the DCEU as a whole going forward. Now, we had already gotten wisps that Sasha Calle had essentially taken over as Supergirl, and there were rumors floating around that her character essentially going forward was going to be the main Kryptonian of the DCEU. Now, there seems to have been leaks that have essentially come out around basically Sasha Kelly's character as Supergirl and Henry Cavill's Superman. Basically, the Flash will run into this flashpoint where the main Kryptonian of that universe is Sasha Calle. He'll also run into Michael Keaton's version of Bruce Wayne. Now, when he comes back from Flashpoint, Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne is still going to be around. Things are going to have changed, however, due to the fact that Henry Cavill's Superman doesn't exist in this universe. Instead, in this universe, Sasha Calle's Supergirl is the main Kryptonian who arrived on Earth. Basically, from what we're hearing, Henry Cavill's Superman never even makes it off of Krypton. If you remember to Man of Steel, in Man of Steel, General Zod gives an order for his forces to shoot down the Kryptonian craft that was carrying Calle. Now, that order never gets completed because, of course, the Kryptonian forces arrive, destroy Zod's forces, and then they arrest him. It seems as though in this new universe, Zod's order does go through, and Baby Cal is killed in the attack. Supergirl, however, Kara Zor-El, she's able to escape Krypton and make it to Earth. Now, the question that needs to be asked is, in this new universe, did the story of Man of Steel still occur? Which is Zod escapes the Phantom Zone, arrives on Earth, causes mayhem and destruction, gets beaten by Superman, or I guess in this version, Supergirl, and we essentially go forward into Batman v Supergirl, I guess, and then Justice League with her being the main Kryptonian on the squad. Who knows? We do know that Henry Cavill's character is essentially dead, or should I say the baby that would end up growing into Henry Cavill Superman is essentially dead, never makes it off of Krypton, and we are essentially getting Supergirl going forward as the main Kryptonian for the DCEU. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. I think that, in my opinion, this is a horrible idea. I really do feel as though WB should have probably sat down with Henry Cavill and been like, yo, we need to talk to you to see how exactly we can come about creating a more cohesive narrative for Superman, instead of just writing his character off completely as like, you know, oh, he died, his character doesn't matter. I think that's a horrible idea. I really do feel that Henry Cavill deserved another shot as Superman, and you could have definitely introduced Sasha Calle's character as either the daughter from the future he has with Lois, or as the traditional version of Supergirl. But that's just me. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this. Do you like the idea of killing off Clark Kent Superman in the DCEU and having Kara Zor-El take charge as the main Kryptonian? And I'm not asking that question to see any like sexist, misogynistic bullshit. I'm honestly asking that question like, as a Superman fan, you also have to love the entire Superman family. Do you think the DCEU functions without Clark Kent? Does it require Superman in the mix of things to essentially build the expansive narrative? Or can that narrative rests on the Kryptonian shoulders of Supergirl? If anything, from what we've seen from the CW, Supergirl can stand on her own in her own show, and Superman can stand on his own in his own show. But is a Superman as the focal point of the DCEU film universe, is he required or is he not required? Let me know. Comment down below. And we'll see. Like, for me, I don't think that getting rid of Superman in such a way makes sense. I'm not really vibing with it. I would probably have to see the Flash movie first to see how I feel about Sasha Calle as Supergirl before I just like make the ultimate decision and just write everything off. But let me know down below. You know, I love chatting with you guys. We're trying to get back on a normal production schedule, and I will catch you in the next one.